Welcome to Trekking Wild. Today, we're in the St. Mary region of Glacier National Park. It is Memorial Day, May 27, 2025, and we're heading out to hike the three waterfalls along the St. Mary River: Bering Falls, St. Mary Falls, and Virginia Falls. Today's hike begins at the Sun Point parking area along Going to the Sun Road. From here, we will start by hiking along the shoreline of St. Mary Lake before working our way toward the waterfalls. The route we are hiking is about 6.3 miles out and back with roughly 708 feet of elevation gain. About half of that elevation gain happens between St. Mary Falls and Virginia Falls. Alright, that's the plan for today. Let's go hiking. It's a little Marmot trail. Right from the start, this trail offers big views. The shoreline of St. Mary Lake is lined with towering peaks that are still covered in snow this time of year. Combined with the deep blue color of the water, the scenery here is incredible. You do not have to hike very far to understand why this is such a popular trail in Glacier National Park. As we continue along the trail, you can see signs of the 2015 Reynolds Creek Fire. Much of the north shore of St. Mary Lake near Bering Falls burned during that fire. Even though the burn scar is still very visible, this area is slowly recovering. Wildfires are a natural part of Glacier's ecosystem, and over time, new vegetation and young trees will reclaim the landscape. After a short hike from the Sun Point trailhead, we arrive at our first waterfall, Bering Falls. Bering Falls is tucked just off the trail and drops about 25 feet into a small rocky pool below. It may not be the largest waterfall in the park, but is a beautiful stop and one of the easiest waterfalls in Glacier to reach.
waterfall number 1 on the trail. This is Bering Falls. We're about a little less than a mile into the trail. So far the trail's had lots of scenery. You hike along St. Mary's Lake, massive peaks, still a lot of snow in those mountains. So just overall, just super scenic, really easy so far, pretty flat overall. And it's early in the season, so normally in the summer this trail is mobbed with people, but right now being Memorial Day, before the season really gets going, I've seen, I don't know, maybe 5 people on the trail so far, but certainly not crowded at all compared to what it is during peak season. All right, let's keep hiking, and we'll get on to waterfall number 2.
The water we are seeing below is the St. Mary River flowing out of St. Mary Falls. The vibrant color of the water comes from something called glacier flour. Glacier flour is a very fine sediment created when glaciers grind against the bedrock high in the mountains. Those tiny particles remain suspended in the water. When sunlight hits them, they reflect green and blue wavelengths of light, giving the water this incredible turquoise color. It is one of the signature sights you will see throughout Glacier National Park.
We're at waterfall number 2. This is St. Mary's Falls. Really stunning. Look at how green that water is. Crystal clear turquoise water. Awesome. All right, let's head on to the next.
From St. Mary Falls, we begin climbing toward Virginia Falls. As we make our way up the trail, we follow Virginia Creek. The creek cascades down the mountainside, creating several small waterfalls and rushing sections of water along the way. It adds a lot of scenery to this short climb up to the falls.
All right, that was the viewpoint for the lower falls of Virginia Falls. We're now going to hike up to the upper falls. This is waterfall number 3.
As you approach Virginia Falls, you start to realize just how impressive this waterfall really is. Virginia Falls is roughly a 50-foot multi-tiered waterfall. The upper drop plunges over the cliff before the water continues cascading down several rocky ledges towards the lower view. Standing near the base of the falls, you can really feel the power of the water as it crashes down the rock face. Overall, the hike to Virginia Falls, starting from Sun Point and passing Bering Falls and St. Mary Falls, offers a lot of scenery for the level of effort required. If you hike the entire route to Virginia Falls and back, I would rate it as a moderate hike. But one of the great things about this trail is that you can easily customize the distance. You can reach Bering Falls in less than a mile with very little elevation gain. You can hike out and back to St. Mary Falls in under 2 miles. Or you can continue on to Virginia Falls for a hike of about 3.1 miles round trip from Sunrift Gorge, or longer if starting from Sun Point like we did today. No matter which option you choose, you are rewarded with incredible scenery along the way. If you are visiting Glacier National Park, this is definitely a trail worth adding to your list. If you'd like more information about this hike, including the trail write-up, directions to the trailhead, and a trail map, visit trekkingwild.com. The link is in the description below. That is going to do it for this episode of Trekking Wild. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And for more trail guides, gear reviews, and trip ideas, be sure to check out trekkingwild.com. Until next time, stay wild.